Good afternoon, I'm Jeremy Horton with Baylee Joe's BBQ and Chipper Mountain Inn here in the beautiful Arcadia Valley. For many years, through the Chamber of Commerce, I know Heather's done a couple presentations. Met you guys through the Chamber of Commerce when I didn't have the idea. So when the idea was coming along, it was very obvious of who I was going to be going to help me bridge that gap between where I am and where the bank needed me to be. I definitely couldn't have done it without you guys. We were fortunate enough to get started in the restaurant back in 2019, right before the pandemic hit. At that time, we didn't quite have the finances in line to get to satisfy the bank's request to get the loans, and that's where Seeds came in, helped us out, bridge that gap, and be able to make the bank happy, make everybody happy, so that we could jump into our dream. A few years after that, we made it through the COVID, and in about 2022, we looked at purchasing the hotel here on property as well. Obviously, coming out of a pandemic and not in a great financial situation, we were able to go back to Seeds once again, and they were able to help us again, kind of bridge that gap from what we had to what we needed to satisfy the bank notes. Yeah, so in 2019 when we started, I probably had maybe about 16 employees here at the restaurant. Since then, now 5 years later, we're upwards of about 25 employees at the restaurant. Whenever we took over the hotel, we started out with 4 employees, 2 full-time, 2 part-time, and right now we're actually up to 6 full-time employees. So we've grown quite a bit, and there's no doubt that having the hand-in-hand of the restaurant and hotel and the sharing of that labor pool has helped out tremendously. Yeah, so a new activity we've kind of started this year is we partnered up with a company out of Kansas City that's starting to make our barbecue sauces in large batches so we can go to the retail market. We're starting out hitting the grocery stores. We're in all the Save-A-Lots now, starting out in some of the Harps chains. That's provided an enormous amount of work for us. Here in a time of year where, I probably have about 5 or 6 more full-time employees on my barbecue team right now going into the winter months that normally I wouldn't have this time of year if it wasn't for the barbecue sauce going on. Not at all. I mean, the world's just kind of crazy how it works like that. Things just kind of seem to fall into your lap. I never dreamed I would be in Arcadia Valley, but I grew up hitting the rivers and eating in this barbecue restaurant as I was a wee little guy. And it was kind of exciting to be able to get back into the barbecue world and in such a great, beautiful area to do so. And yeah, when we bought the hotel or the restaurant, I had no ideas of a hotel at all. But they were interested in selling. It was in our backyard. I was living here already. I might as well buy a bed. So my parents were able to retire. They managed the hotel full time. They were able to retire, from their jobs, and we're just loving kind of seeing all the guests coming through the beautiful Arcadia Valley.
Yeah.
Definitely a family business. We've all got our hands knee deep in it. From the wife doing a lot of the stuff from behind the scenes. My daughter's been serving tables, mom and dad running the hotel. And all my friends and family, when things start breaking, I've got a handful of people to come help and save us. Well, let's face it, food service is a very difficult business. Whether you're starting from scratch and trying to build a brand from the ground up, or whether you're coming in and maybe taking, like myself, kind of a sleeping beast and bringing back life to an existing business. Baylee Joe's have been around for 15 years before I got a hold of it. And I've had a lot of success in the past of just kind of taking some of these sleeping beasts and bringing life back to them. As far as advice, strap in, it's a tough one. Be ready for it. Long nights, long weeks, and just don't give up.